Ladies and gentlemen, this is tonight's news. OnlyFans star Anna Knight has been hospitalized and is reportedly not doing well after sleeping with 583 men in 6 hours.
Goodness.
I know. We have obtained footage of her walking to get medical attention. I hope she's okay.
Yes, it's very sad.
Let's do two of these. OnlyFans star Anna Knight has been hospitalized and is reportedly not doing well after sleeping with 583 men in 6 hours. Ooh. We've been able to obtain some footage of her going to the hospital. There you go.
Oh my God.
This is her checking into the hospital.
Yes. It hurts here and here.
Everything hurts. The only holes that are open still are my nose. All right.
Well.
R.I.P. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I am Black Garrett, and with us, as always, is Angela.
Yay!
What's up?
Lady time.
It's lady time.
Top of the show, lady time. Dave.
It's always, yes, speaking
People
of lady time.
Wanted to see you on stage. Where do they go?
Tomorrow night, they can come out and see me at the Rose City Theater in Tyler, Texas. Thursday, the Improv in Houston, Texas, and Sunday in Belleville, Michigan at the Diamondback Music Hall. I'll be with Derek Richards. Also, check out my book, Party of One, now available. Where can they find you?
Go get the book. You can find me on my channel, Black Garrett, and Nega Garrett on YouTube. Check it out.
Yeah,
Angela also.
I do. I have a YouTube channel called Angela Does Horror where I cover horror stuff. This week I did a video on horror novel recommendations and one that I fucking hate. So check that out.
I think I know which book it is. Because when I saw the thumbnail, I was like, wait, we talked about that book before.
I hate it.
Is it the one that says Kuntz?
No, that one was kind of good,
Oh, really?
surprisingly.
I don't want to give it away, so go watch the video.
Yeah.
Go watch the video.
Oh, all right. A Kuntz liker.
Just the one.
About that. And also joining us on today's show, you may know him from Who Are These Pods with Carl. Please welcome from Who Are These Pods, Carl.
I believe it's called a Kuntz Hound.
Yeah, that's me.
It's Who Are These Podcasts?
What did I say?
You said Who Are These Pods, which is my Twitter handle.
That's what I thought.
I understand. Who Are These Podcasts? WhoAreThese.com.
Gotcha.
You can find all the things Who Are These Podcasts.
I've been on the show. It's a great show.
Yeah, we talked about an adult who wears diapers 24/7.
Correct.
Oh, one of those.
Dave?
Yes, adult baby
Was
diaper
me.
lover.
No, this guy was really an awful human. I don't wish him well in the least.
It's so funny because these guys who have these crazy hobbies, they try to get other people into it.
It's a way of life, my
He had
friend.
started
Like
just
it's
wearing-
whittling.
Yeah, like he started out just wearing diapers like 6 hours a day, like, amateur shit. And now he's up to all day long, every day at work. He's shitting himself at work. And
Now, is this one of those guys that does like the whole shebang where they sleep in a cradle and they have like a mommy and they suck on a sucker? Like,
Yes.
okay.
He's into the whole thing. He's an adult baby. And he needs
Hold on.
that. The problem is there's no one else in his life. He's living by
He's an
himself.
orphan.
Yeah, it's so
Changing his own
sad.
diaper.
Yeah, that's so sad. He's a leftover baby.
I don't know how somebody like that ends up alone. What a
Figure, I know, right?
shame.
Wild.
It's like, you don't mind if I shit my pants all day, do you? It's like, I do, kind of.
I was wondering
you
who
have to
signed-
clean it.
I was wondering who signed up for Anna Knight's fuck fest thing that she did. There's your answer right there.
Yeah, that's definitely those guys.
Let me take my diaper off and bang this girl for half a minute.
I feel like it's not hard to find 583 guys who are like, hey, I'm doing a bangathon. Come out and check it out.
You don't think-
It's the line you have to think about. Waiting in
yeah.
line.
2,000 guys signed up for it.
Is there a filter? There's got to be a filter or something, right?
Like, did
Somebody's
she put a
checking.
filter
There's
on
an
the footage?
audition or something.
Oh, she's gonna be like, okay, no. Yes, no. You can't just you can't make an open
She's
call.
Selective.
She only made it really 25% of the way.
Right.
Yeah, there's just
She's hardly noteworthy.
a tap out.
I think she's got chutzpah.
I think being banged.
What's-
How is that even okay in the sense of how that would feel?
You
I would
Oh, you don't
imagine.
feel anything after like
Completely
the
no.
fifth one.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is, as a guy, why do you sign up for that? Because you're going to get 2 pumps and then you got to go. The next guy, 583 in 6 hours. You got less than a minute.
Yeah.
So is it for the story? Because the story doesn't make you look good.
No, you're like, guys, hear me out.
Nice, bro.
I'm number 584, and this girl tips over.
Like, I understand guys are just like, I'd fuck Oprah for the story. You're like, all right, well, that's a story.
Right. Yeah,
This is not a good story.
No, like there's a lot of things you just do for the story.
Yeah.
You're like, so I'm in a line of naked guys trying to keep it fluffed.
That got edited out of
Myself.
Dave's book, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, they told me I couldn't share.
That's too bad.
It was the last one that did it. What was her name?
There was the two. There was like one that did 100, and then another one that did like 1,000 or something.
In one day. Yeah, 24 hours.
It was something. Oh, I thought
Blue.
Blue.
Bonnie
Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she did, and I think this girl was trying to beat her record.
And she did 8?
She did 583.
Oh, that's right. It was 500.
Yeah, 580.
If you're going to do 500, why not just
And apparently she must have gotten dehydrated.
Well, so she's bleeding from her
preparation?
She had endometriosis too.
I would imagine
Sad.
if I was one of those guys, I'd be like,
doctor?
I'm the guy who made her bleed. You know, I would totally high five at my buddies like, oh yeah,
Destroyed.
I really fucked her up.
That's the only way you can tell that story and make it look good. You're like, then I step in and now she's almost dead.
She has a tap out.
Couldn't
Dave.
handle this dick.
Endometriosis is a disease in which tissue similar to the lining of the uterus grows outside the uterus.
Oh my stars.
Oh,
Oh no.
excuse me.
So basically you're saying it was extra, it was
It was probably the tissue outside of her uterus
right
that
pulled out.
well, it was the only thing
She's
that
like,
pulled out, I guess.
yeah, these aren't lips.
I think we've gone too far on the internet.
Garrett's
Yeah.
too excited over here.
It's been too much on the internet.
Yeah, I think let's change the subject into something classy.
Yeah, it's a family
Yes.
show.
But I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Somebody else needs to be gangbanged and fall off a building. Over the weekend was the American Music Awards. I'm sure everybody watched.
Yes, for sure.
It's obviously the most prestigious night in entertainment. To find out who is who on the red carpet, we sent our fashion correspondent, Crispin.
Hey everybody, it's Crispin, and this week the gang sent me to cover the American Music Awards. If you'd like to lay a drum beat on these fat fucking bongos, give me a hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Speaking of boobs, sometimes when I can't sleep at night, I like to imagine there's an alternate universe where Thomas Crooks was a better shot, and this guy was running for president. And what the hell is this? I bet her pussy smells like Takis and foreclosure. Nice flex. What is that, 10 grand? You fixing to buy a 2007 Toyota Corolla off Facebook Marketplace, you dumb bitch? Get the fuck out of here. And on that note, so will I. See you next time.
Thank you, Crispin, for that excellent reporting.
That was very
Classy coverage.
He always. Does a fine job. Also at the AMAs this year, they skipped any semblance of pretending they care anymore and just aired pre-tape performances of Gwen Stefani while the performers just stood on stage in the dark. Okay.
Why'd they make him stand there?
I love the slow falling apart of all these award shows.
Yeah, Blake Shelton apparently did the same thing with his.
Oh,
Yeah, just tortured the audience.
just
That's a
10
usual
minutes
Blake
straight.
Shelton performance.
That's true. It is, well, still better than JLo's performance, which doubled as any excuse to make out with her dancers.
what? All right.
If
Maybe
you
there's
know-
a reason Ben left.
Yeah, if you know the Diddy stuff, do you really want to put your mouth on that?
Yeah.
Like, I understand she's a very gorgeous.
She's got one
J-Lo?
of Diddy's toys right there.
It's a party favor.
Yeah, that's true.
Her career, though, I mean, Joe Biden's career is going better than J-Lo's.
It really is. Yeah.
Right.
She's gonna be like, I have prostate cancer.
She's holding an award that Diddy used to shatter over a woman's head.
That's in the next trial.
Dude, yeah, she's not doing well.
No, she's not selling tickets. No one cares about her music.
I don't know why anybody ever pretended to. I mean, yeah, we're the same age. Like, whenever Jenny on the Block came on, we weren't like, this is a keeper.
It was butt.
It's really
Even the Spice Girls had staying power compared to J-Lo.
They did. Like, there was at least some of them that you thought were cute. I don't know. She did have a nice butt, but it wasn't any.
Not
That's
by
what it
like
is.
today's standards. It was like a flat butt compared
Honestly,
to today's
after In Living
standards.
Color, her career just dropped off for me.
I
That was
agree.
the peak.
I don't know. I love her acting. I think she's a good actor.
Well, yeah, Made
Geely is my favorite movie of all time.
Made in Manhattan is my favorite. MAID.
The best.
Because she's a Latina maid. Who's
Get it?
who ruins Matthew McConaughey's life. Yeah, she's made a lot of good ones. I think if we just named off J-Lo movies, we'd be impressed with how many are fantastic.
Well, she had that recent one that she made that was like supposed to be a musical adventure. I think we showed a clip of it on this show.
Didn't she make like a robot movie where she was in?
It
like
was
a,
also the
she
same
was like a-
movie.
Wait,
That's the
what?
same movie. Yeah,
She
it
sang in
was-
that movie?
Yeah,
did not watch that
it was a
movie.
musical. But nobody saw it, and it ruined her
perfect.
career, and she tanked. I think she she lost a lot of
Again?
money on that one.
That's why they were leaving the premiere in that video where Ben Affleck just slams the door on her, even though he knows paparazzi are looking.
And he's just like, oh, that bitch.
That movie was a bit indulgent, even for J-Lo.
I expected a certain amount, but come on.
Jeez.
How do you double down on
Celebrating herself.
She has to be one of the most awful people.
She puts off that energy, like bad person energy.
Even just in my ear, Kayla's like she is. I hate her. There is, though. Yeah, she does. She just puts off bad energy.
But she got Ben to come back. That's what I don't understand. It's like, what? Why did he leave the other Jennifer and come back to the second Jennifer?
Well, I think Jennifer
Then leave
Gardner
again.
was her face, but
But then he's like wanting to kind of come back to her too.
no, I
She's just
mean,
bouncing back between
no,
J's.
Gardner's cute. I take that back. I don't know. I have no idea because he seems. Well, I think he just seems broken.
No, you know what it is?
Probably what it is, yeah.
The retap is so low effort. When you've kind of given up on things, you're just like, well, I'll just bang a girl I've already banged. It's so much easier.
It's true.
She already knows. Like, I have to use slick lines on her or anything.
Yeah, and it's J-Lo, so you already both own the same properties, kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, oh, I remember this house.
I got the keys already.
Yeah.
It's
It's the most convenient way to get back together.
Really is.
I do love how many divorced couples, though, get back together and then get divorced almost immediately.
Yeah.
or murdered, like Natalie Wood.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, hey, we should go on a boat, just me, you, and a witness. Really worked out that way. Well,
An alibi.
Yeah, we saw the Pope, which now brings us to Pope tweets. Okay, what is the
Can't
Pope
wait.
tweet today? It is, yo motherfuckers need Jesus.
Yo, we gotta change this whole segment.
Why?
I think I told you he's on Black Twitter. We just change the segment. Angela, could you?
I will give me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
it's
I felt
better.
like it was more appropriate.
You know,
He's not done.
people are upset because the Pope's from America.
Yeah.
And they want like a third world Pope. That seems like a more appropriate Pope.
Yeah.
He's from Chicago.
Right. It's
Old world.
South side of Chicago. He's a White Sox fan.
he's the Leroy
close.
Brown. It's the Leroy Brown side of Chicago.
Yeah.
It's definitely an ethnic Pope.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not Kenya, but we're pretty close.
America's doing our best.
Yeah, you go to a White Sox game, or I tell you what, don't go to a White Sox game. Go there when there's not one happening, and then tell me about how he's not from a third world country.
I went to a White Sox game. We did a live show in Chicago, Lombard, Illinois, actually. And we decided to go to a White Sox game on a Sunday afternoon. It was 97 degrees, 100% humidity. It's a 1 o'clock game, and they're playing the Cubs.
Really?
So it is tailgating like a football game. Everyone shows up wasted, 0.32 and above.
Right.
Already.
I saw so
Hard
many
pregame.
fights. It was just nonstop fights. The baseball game sucked, but everyone in the crowd was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Of course.
That's why you go to a baseball game.
Yes.
Dude, it is fun to go to like Wrigley as well.
Oh, I love Wrigley.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Wrigley's awesome. And everybody there is just unbelievably drunk.
The bleachers, they do this thing at the end of the game. I don't know if you've seen it, where they take all of their empties, their beer empties,
Yeah.
and they go from the outfield, like touching the outfield, all the way up to the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Because they're able to connect all of the empties that far. It actually gets in the way of play and stuff. And the
It's the
filter
Part of it.
It's the only place I've ever walked out of after a game, and there's people legally selling like tequila shots and stuff. You just have like girls holding those. You remember, like, it's like a cigarette girl just with trays of liquor. Yeah. I'm like, this is good for everybody leaving a baseball game.
I'm not drunk enough. I've only been drinking for 9 innings.
This is terrible. And then every bar there is madness. Oh man. I miss drinking. I'm not going to do it again, but I mean, it was fun.
It's great. You should.
Yeah, well, you did.
I know I should.
No.
Especially at Wrigley.
Yeah, it was great. Write another book? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna
want a sequel.
I'm going to need a sequel called I Relapsed at Wrigley's with Carl.
Thanks a lot, who are these podcasts?
I immediately am canceled. Like, wow, he got racist.
Jeez, real fast.
Yeah, like Glenn Beck cares about that.
Yeah.
One drink in.
Yeah, actually, we have been cited for not being racist enough.
Right.
Yeah. There's a quota here.
Well, that was from Anthony Cumia, but I think Glenn's also upset.
He texted me. He's like, "Do you like them?" Question mark.
Just kidding. He's not watching.
No. We both know he's not, and and we both know he's. Moving on. Let's go to Anna Knight. We were talking about her earlier.
Right,
You guys can't get enough.
Yeah, we're just circling back.
583 guys couldn't get enough, and others wanted more. Only star Anna Knight is reportedly not doing well. We've mentioned this after sleeping with 583 men in 6 hours. But we wanted to give her a fair shot. So here, if we can get on the phone, we'd like to speak to Anna Knight's vagina.
We've got her on hold. Yeah.
Okay. Is this Anna Knight's vagina? Okay.
We just wanted to know if you were doing all right. Is there any updates on your medical?
Okay.
She's saying that she regrets it. I can tell because I have one.
Speak vagina.
It's good to have an
I
interpreter.
want to make sure that somebody speaks vagina. Oh, okay.
She says she's not doing well.
Is it? Okay. Well, thank you very much. We wish you a full recovery. We understand your womb is now on the outside.
Oh, it's too bad.
Okay. Thank you for calling in Anna Knight's vagina. That was not audio of a screaming donkey.
No, you can hang up now. Anna, you can hang up.
We're done
It's
here.
the meds. She's on the...
You guys hear that the fluffers didn't show up for that?
Really?
Yeah, there were no fluffers. Could you imagine being in a line with, I can understand like 400 guys, but 580 guys?
No fluffer?
No fluffer? You got to get it up for this? I don't know that.
You have to have a fluffer per person because that's a lot of extra payroll. You got to pay all those guys and all the guys that are having sex with her.
I mean, it's a union job, so people are going to half-ass it.
That's true.
But that's why.
Yeah, there's one chick sucking dick and 7 chicks watching.
Just smoking.
Supervising.
We're on break.
That's how you suck a dick, all right.
There's 6 fat Italian chicks.
Judging her.
Hey, not allowed to touch that. I'm on break.
I guess they don't cup the balls around here. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Don't bother me. It's still
All right. I'm going to get over there and cup a little balls, but that's all right. That's why her vagina looks like the bombed out highway between Kuwait and Iraq after the first Gulf War.
The highway of death.
Yeah, speaking of miracles, the way that she survived, the weather is heating up, folks.
Oh, it is.
And your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. If you wake up too hot or too cold, and in Texas, I promise you, it's too hot, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made Sheets. Miracle Made Sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at a perfect temperature all night long.
Right. Also antibacterial, so they could wick away all those nasty bacteria. When you're sleeping in, you wake up, you got pimples all over your face. Not anymore if you have these Miracle Made Sheets.
Nope. 99.7% of bacterial growth is wicked right off of these bad boys. And how do you get them to upgrade your sleep? What you do is you go to trymiracle.com/normal to try Miracle Made Sheets today. That's trymiracle.com/normal. And at checkout, you're going to get 40% off. And what else you get?
You get some towels, a whole set of towels, 3-piece set, and an extra 20% on top of that.
That's right, baby.
That's right.
It's a 60% total if you can't do math like me.
Yes. And then you get an extra 20% again if you use the code NORMAL, where you will then also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not enjoying these and you're not sleeping the way that you want to sleep, they're just going to give you your cash right back at a full refund. So upgrade your sleep today with Miracle Made. go to trymiracle.com/normal. And thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you. All-timer.
It seems good.
That was a great ad, you
That was
guys.
perfect.
That was
Thank you.
damn near perfect.
We're learning.
Honestly.
We're
It was
learning,
good.
the young lady who was
so-
in the story before.
So tempting.
We didn't even trickle it in.
Look
I'm
at
proud
us.
of you guys.
Wow. Really?
And there's so many things you could talk
Even in
about.
the headset, they're proud that we didn't add jokes about.
The previous story that we were talking about.
Well, the segue was about the weather,
Yes.
which I flew in yesterday into Dallas.
Yes.
You guys had a little bit of weather here.
We do that.
Just a
here.
tad.
Yeah. So I was flying in from Detroit,
Yes.
and they're like ready for their final descent into Dallas. Very exciting. And they don't tell us anything that's going on, but I'm watching that stupid flight tracker on my video screen. And Angela, if you could pull up the photo that I took of my
Yeah.
flight tracker.
Pretzel.
And by the way, this went on for
It's the
another
him
half
logo.
hour. I didn't get a photo after that. I figured this was enough, but
This is what a child draws on a placemat at a restaurant.
this is so depressing.
How long were you in the air?
So it was supposed to be.
4 days.
It's supposed to be a
Refueled the plane?
hours and 20 minutes. You've done this flight.
Yeah, I've done it.
before,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yeah.
20. So the saddest part is when I'm watching this thing, all I want to see is the amount of time tick down. And it goes from 27 minutes to 43. 37 to 52. Every time you turn around, the flight tracker just going, what the fuck? We're never going to get there doing this. This is the dumbest thing, though. I realize,
Semi-rollover.
I realize how stupid I am.
Yeah.
Because I've heard about flights like circling an airport until they can land because of whatever weather or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
I assumed that the pilots were like flying around a city sightseeing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they just like stop where they are and just do this.
Spin.
You'd be way better off being in a helicopter at that point.
How are you not helping the air create a tornado at that point? I don't know much about weather, but I feel like that's what you should.
That's how they do it, man.
I'll see the problem. So anyway, we got flown to Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh, well, at least you landed somewhere great.
Yeah, that's close.
Dude, that's a great announcement when they go, all right, well, Dallas is closed, so we're going to Shreveport. And everyone on the airplane's like, yeah, let's go. It's like when you go to Vegas, yeah, let's go. So I ended up in the smallest cafeteria / airport I've ever been in my life. And then they get us back on the plane, which was nice. I did get in last night.
Yeah, that place is seriously, if people haven't been, it looks like a big boy restaurant that it just is also an airport.
Wow.
It really is
Got the
like
statue on top.
It should have a salad bar.
There's no tarmac.
No.
It's just a building.
Yes.
It's the weirdest thing. There's no
Yeah.
place for planes to land because
yeah,
they
you're
don't
like, is
expect
this
planes to come in.
Is this an old pizza?
They're like, we weren't expecting you. I'm sorry, I'll have to call in some people to come in.
This is Louisiana. We haven't upgraded. Yeah. We don't have the tarmac.
People land when Dallas gets queer.
Yeah.
But it was nice of them to let us off the airplane. I know this is like a new regulation because remember that time they kept people on an airplane for 8 hours and it's uncomfortable. It's
Yeah, they have to pull you off, yeah.
So they let us off, which is great. I got to eat the worst enchiladas I've ever had in my life, but whatever, it's Shreveport, you're fine. And then they put us back on the airplane. Great. And then we sit there for 2 fucking hours. But the good news is I got back on the plane. I took Delta, which I'm a big fan of. And I took a photo when you're going through the jetway, when you're getting onto your plane.
Yeah.
They have all these photos on the wall. And Delta is a very liberal company. They like diversity.
Right.
There's lots of different activities they show and different types of people.
They really want to push at the same time elite.
Well, yes.
These two things,
Right.
oddly
Those
enough.
2 things.
Yeah.
So I know that when you watch TV commercials, you very often you see like an Asian person, a Hispanic person, and a black guy all playing pickleball together. You know, like normal things
Yeah, that you see every day.
you see every day because that like gets you into the story. This photo, I had to take a photo of this. If you could pop this on for us, Angela. I didn't realize we've gotten so far in diversity that we need chubby hikers who are missing an arm in order to show
I can relate to this.
all the different types of people. A quarter Black Garrett, please explain. What do you see?
I relate to the chubbiness. I'm feeling it. Okay. The guy's a little dark. He's racially ambiguous. I could be Mexican. I could be black. I could be anything you want me to be. And, you know, ableist. I don't want to be ableist, so you can be hiking too. If you had no leg, that might be a difficult
the
situation.
It's the one time, though, where you're like, you know what? You can have the window and you still have plenty of room.
Yes.
You're like, feel free.
Oh, that would be nice because if they were in the other seat, then you can have the whole arm.
You got the whole arm.
What are you doing with it? You're not using that nub on it.
Nub on it, and you're like, come on.
I notice you're missing an arm. Do you fly United? Oh, no. I'm a Delta girl.
Yeah, no,
I'm elite.
They speak to me.
yeah. I've thought about flying other airlines like Spirit, but I'm not gauche. Dude, yeah, I don't. What is that for? Like, of course you can fly with a lot of people don't have appendages. Why does it have to be a thing?
I don't think I've ever looked at a wall photo at an airport and thought, I'm not seeing myself there. I would like to.
I've also never looked at a wall, going down the jetway. There's all those photos on there. I've never thought like, I got to bring this to Dave Landau.
Yes.
Until yesterday. I was like,
so
what the fuck?
On his way.
He's great. At least it's got to suck, though, if there's a crash and you're like, well, now they're all missing arms. I don't know.
Maybe they're just prepping people for when
We're going to have to identify them
crash.
through arm records.
Could you imagine like the exit seat speech? They're just like, oh, no. Yeah.
I don't know how you got to the filters
You
on
gotta
that one.
go.
You
I'm
gotta-
sorry.
They have to accept it. They're like, are you sure you can assist?
You got to pull the lever like this. You know that, right? Okay. All
It'd
right.
be so funny if they like completely become unwoke. They're like, look, you just can't sit here. I don't want to get into why. I can help people. I'm like, not as well as anyone else here.
Frankly, I'd rather not talk to you. You gross me out. Down to the back of the plane.
Fine, you do it. You just get angry and passive aggressive. You just start bringing up every handicapped person. Here you go. This guy's paralyzed. She's got one arm. He can't breathe. It's fine. Enjoy your stupid flight. Dude, well, I'm glad you made it. That is a terrifying...
It was not great. There was apparently some weather here yesterday.
Yeah, at least they did, though, land and make you sit there for 2 hours, which is not something that isn't typical with Delta when I've taken that flight. What were you saying yesterday was? Oh, the lady from France.
Lady.
Yeah, lady.
Sure.
Brigitte Macron took a cue from Prodigy and smacked her bitch up. If you guys want to watch this.
Oh, this is so funny. His reaction. Oh.
Yeah, they'll do a zoom in too, so we can see it from a distance
Oh, yeah.
and up close.
It's exciting.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Here we go.
An instant replay.
Yeah. Look at him put his game face on.
Hello.
Oh. And then he turns back and he's like, what are you doing?
Immediately, he's got his public face. What do you think? You think that's a slap?
I like Macron, or as I call him, France's Pete Buttigieg.
Well, yeah, he is dating what appears to be an aging rock star, or married to.
You know she was his teacher.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
His teacher.
there was actually a
don't know what they're doing
huge
over there in
issue
France.
because she was 15 years older than him,
Yeah.
and at the time he was 15. Yeah. Well, she was even older than 15. Oh, yeah, so she was 39. He was 15.
Yeah, it's a pretty big
That's
difference.
Yeah,
That's a
and they
big
said
difference.
you got to leave our kid alone. And she's like, I think I won't.
In fact, I will marry him.
And I mean, we just have to be glad that these teachers having sex with students, these things don't happen in the States.
Yeah.
But over
God.
in
Yeah.
France,
Where
it
it's
was,
very
it was like cutesy 10 years ago. Where
Was
well, to
Wait.
guys.
It is a victimless crime,
Signing off on
though.
that.
When it's a female teacher to a male student.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Although I don't actually believe that, but
Well, Adam
It is-
Carolla
you
do
always
see
says,
that a lot.
No, I was referring to female.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't male to female. We've already known as a crime. I'm referring to depending
There's
on.
also a crime.
Yeah, Anthony and I explained this very well, as you remember. If she was attractive, it would just depend on how long of a sentence you got.
Right.
But now it just seems that there's so much of it, it just should stop.
Well, Adam Carolla always says, if it ends up in the victim's spank bank, it's not a crime.
Right. It's like the old SNL sketch that I actually liked with Pete Davidson, where he's like, well, how did you feel? He's like, were you hurt? He's like, well, my hand hurt from all the high fives I got from my friends.
Right. That's how they always get caught, too, bragging.
Bro, yeah.
Why
how
would
they
you
always get busted.
trust a teenage boy to keep his mouth shut?
And always
so
put that in
much
a
of it
text
happening,
message,
dude.
There
Make
is.
sure you text them not to tell anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Always put it in writing.
Yep.
That's what's fun now is like they do get caught half the time because they're texting their student.
Mm-hmm.
So bizarre.
It's the photos. It's all that. It's gross. It's gross both ways.
I do a show.
There's
called-
been a lot of that. Like, oh, it's cute. Oh, he's not a victim. He got, which like to him, yeah. But really, he's still a child. He's like a little kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
fucking them up.
I do a show called The Creep Off. It's a true crime show, but it's a little different of an angle. It's not like a true crime show that most people would get into. Like we celebrate
Behind the balls angle.
well, it's a contest. We try to find the worst people on earth and then have people vote for who brought the worst person. And we cover these stories all the time. And it really is a scale. Like they're usually pretty attractive, but there are times.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there are times when you're just like, oh, this kid's not telling anyone. There's no way he's bragging about this one.
Oh,
Like that crosses the line. That he's a victim now.
Hey, Stevie, are you a virgin? Yeah.
Sure am.
I swear to God I am. I've never even seen a vagina.
I certainly
Why
did
do you
not
ask?
have sex with the lunch lady who looks like the woman that shot Selena. It's just, there's a few that when they pick them out, it's just like, it's basically John Candy in Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. Just
Wearing the earrings.
you're wearing the hoops for the shower. Like there's ones where you're like, why did you say yes? And you're like, I thought my grades would go up.
And it's funny too, because you always know who the ugly ones are because the 12-year-old dumps her.
Oh yeah.
He's always just like, you know what? I'm not ready to settle down yet. I don't want this to be real serious or anything. I'm playing baseball this summer. I don't know.
I want to play
Yeah.
a field.
I'm kind of
A
tired
couple
of,
other teachers. I'm
Real
looking
busy.
at, you know.
yeah, I'm really tired of meeting you by the bike racks for sex. It's just, yeah. The first time I remember it being that massive scandal, though, the woman ended up getting out of jail. Then they got married, and I think they were together like forever.
I think it's Macron was his name.
I think it was. You're right. It was.
It was Woody Allen. Is your thinking of.
Yeah. That's boy, people defend him.
Oh, dude, we just had the Cannes Festival just came up, and they're like bringing up all these creeps back. Like Harvey Weinstein's coming back in the news. Kevin Spacey did a whole speech at Cannes and was like, "Thank you everybody for embracing me again." I'm like,
Have you seen Candace Owen is going on this whole thing about how Harvey Weinstein is not a criminal?
No.
It's very interesting.
I would argue he is.
She's convinced that he is not, that he is just a victim of the Me Too movement, which is very interesting to see because all of these women who claimed all these things happened also like text him a year later, months later, like, hey, what's going on? Like they seem to be cool with it until they weren't anymore.
Yeah, I don't think Rose McGowan ever looked cool with it. Like there's a few
she got messed up.
Yeah, there's a few. Hollywood will do that.
Hollywood will do it to everybody to some degree, which I think is probably good that that's starting to shift. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think there are, like, again, I think going to watch him masturbate while he showers or whatever, and one of his balls, I guess, was in his thigh, which I only learned recently from Angela.
Yeah.
And you did share that info. I'm not mocking you.
I didn't
Wait, Angela's balls?
that.
Angela's balls are in her thighs.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
She doodles it during the show.
You guys have no idea what I'm doing over here.
There's a desk.
It seems like you had it on mute, so thank you for participating. But yeah, it's I guess one of his balls. But I met the woman where he masturbated into the plant.
You did?
Yes, and she was at my apartment watching me masturbate.
Breaking into her
Worse than Harvey.
Yeah, onto a steak. It turned out she was just a vegetarian, and that's what offended her. No, I met her, and she was the first one who kind of walked out of the room and was like, "I don't want you to do that. I'm gonna go tell everyone."
Yeah.
So there's certainly people that did just immediately react. But he's certainly like I think there's that line where you have the producer chasing the girl around, and it's been part of Hollywood, but then it did just turn into extreme power and rape. My opinion.
Yeah. In the interview, he talks about, he's like, yes, I did all these horrible things. It's immoral. I'm evil for these acts, and I shouldn't have done them. But it's not criminal. I think that's his argument.
Well, how do you guys feel about?
Who knows?
How do you feel about Louis C.K.?
Fine.
I think it's fine as a woman because you asked for consent and consent was given. That's literally like the rule.
Yeah.
So if a woman doesn't have enough of a boundary or voice to say, no, I don't want that, then he did everything right.
Yeah,
you know?
Didn't Sarah Silverman say she literally said yes because it was hilarious?
Yes.
Yeah, and
She's like,
I would think that's
jerked off
funny
into a
too.
plant. I want to watch that.
Yeah, and I heard about it at the HBO Comedy Festival in 2005 when Louis first came out.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so the fact that
Part of the problem.
Yeah, That's what I mean, though. I was
Could
because
have been the Hannibal Buress of Louis C.K.
right. But why would I care? But it's like if people said that, they're like, "Oh, he masturbates in front of women," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I find his show Lucky Louie to be quite funny because that's what was what had just come out.
And if the person that it happened to, like Sarah Silverman said, it was hilarious, and you go, "Oh, okay," then it was like a consensual thing,
right?
So whatever, you move on. Who cares? It's not like a big scandal, and it's like that's the thing is like, are there situations where he forced himself onto women and put him in those situations? It was actually
his closing bit for a while.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So then he should
and lock up the stage.
Right. So, that's the problem. It's like when it does happen and when there are victims, the water is muddied because there's so many people that came out way later, like you said, regretting the situation, even though they said it was okay or they were okay with it at the time, and now they have a way to.
That's what happened to Aziz Ansari too.
Right.
It was just a bad date. It was a bad date, and he got canceled.
None of us are successful or powerful ever in our lives.
Yeah, that's
what you got to hope for.
That's what I've been doing is like once I really was making success, I ruined it for myself so I didn't get accused of assault. Dude, Aziz Ansari's was so bad where she's like, because she was the one saying, I was giving him oral sex and he did not get the signals that I didn't want to. It's like, your dick's in his mouth. What are you doing? What signal?
Yeah.
The eyes going.
Right. Yeah. No one.
I thought you liked it.
I've never looked down at a girl giving me a blowjob and she looked happy to be there. No one's ever like, this is my favorite part.
You haven't? That's so sad.
They've acted like it, but if you look into their eyes, you see that that's not their favorite part, and they're only gagging because of the smell.
You don't take a shower?
I take a shower all the time, but there's no way, even with my well-showered balls, there's no way balls smell good.
Put some perfume down there. We've talked about
I aquavelve the
clean balls don't smell bad.
Yeah.
Well, I think
you got to do a little maintenance.
I feel that they would.
I've never smelled my husband's balls in a bad way.
Well, there you go.
That's good. You have a healthy marriage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good healthy marriage. There's no way.
No lying.
But yes.
Other people, yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't have smelly balls, but I just wouldn't expect somebody to be like, this is great.
Yeah.
I've never had my wife go, hold up my dick with a pinky out.
I'm not flexible enough to know how my
I don't want to
balls
do anything.
I haven't had a rib removed, so I don't know.
Yeah, once I get these darn ribs removed.
I'll find out for myself.
Is that why Marilyn Manson did it, to see how his balls smell?
He just wanted to know if he had an odor.
He's got to take a survey. Could you please fill this out after a scenario?
Yeah, Marilyn Manson's like, it turns out they smell terrible.
Yeah, I got to really up my
Marilyn Manson balls.
It's like, well, you did just perform and you just seem like a dirty person. He's like, I was thinking that too.
Leather pants aren't the best.
Yeah, everything you wear is leather. I assume it smells awful.
It doesn't breathe.
This is not breathable for me to suck my. Anyway, I would not want to do that ever.
Yeah. Just out of that.
People are like, you can do to be able to blow yourself. It just seems
gay.
Yeah.
There's that. Well,
first of
there's
all,
a lot of work you got to get into.
It seems
that.
like
you got to limber up.
Yeah, one, like I barely stretch. I think you can tell by looking at me, your back's gonna hurt, and then
you're gonna be thinking about that.
There's a dick in your mouth.
I feel that beating about around the bush on that one.
I feel that's the strike three for why I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm more of a dry hand job guy.
Yeah, I've heard that argument too, where it's like, well, it's your hand, and I'm like, that's much easier to pretend. I can't taste my hand.
I don't lick it afterwards.
He smells my hand.
That should be the opposite.
He said he doesn't. He said he doesn't.
It should be not a perv alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just assume balls don't smell very good.
Okay. That's fine.
We're going to wrap a bow on that segment.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
bring it back
There's a
around.
pro over here.
This is why I have many awards.
Ball related.
I have a Rapapo award. Let's talk about Rob Gronkowski. Yeah.
Oh, a Polish man.
A Polish man. Rob Gronkowski was asked if it was true that Aaron Hernandez masturbated during team meetings.
Wow.
Oh, good. We got off that other topic.
We have a theme going.
Let's see what Gronk said.
Gotta ask. You were the same position group, same age. What was it like around Aaron Hernandez?
I was just gonna get into that. That's
Oh, really?
Like in your
guys have the
mind,
same
or you're
minds.
like all the stuff that comes out about him now, like going back to those moments around him. Are you kind of thinking in your head like, I'm not in this world too much, but there's some shit that this guy's into off the field that I don't necessarily even want to know.
because we heard stories about like him being in the team meeting room like beating off and like doing crazy shit.
I mean,
And honestly, if you don't want to talk about, it, we don't have to.
possibly. That's a possibility, that one.
Wow.
I may or may have not seen it live.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm not
Guy,
going to
you
plead the
confirm.
fifth.
I'm not going to
Yeah. At the time, you're just thinking to yourself, man, this guy really
nor
loves ball.
deny. But
So
I mean, I
you
love
just
crazy
confirmed.
shit, though. So like, I didn't mind things like that. I was like, wow, like that was pretty epic. Like, I was a wild man myself.
Epic.
So
What?
like, I was like, nothing fazed me. I was like, I encouraged it. But like, never. I mean,
Bro, stop. Stop digging a hole.
Thank you, gay guy with CTE.
He's like, I can't confirm nor deny. I also think it's epic.
I also
cheered him on.
I enjoyed it. We also know about Aaron
Sponsor
Hernandez.
Bud Light. Did they force him to talk about gay
think so.
stuff in the locker room? Okay, I had a feeling. I saw Bud Light.
We need to
there.
we needed to take out Dylan, but put Aaron Hernandez on.
man.
There's anything about Hernandez though? He was well hung.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
But
Yeah, because he died.
this is why they don't want gays in professional sports because of all the murdering.
Yeah, and it's good because it's clearly that nobody's closet.
There's
at all
asses. I think
watching
that's what's going to be happening.
people masturbate in the locker room. I cheered him on. Can you imagine the coach of what you would assume a professional coach would be? Like, I can imagine
Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's go.
Dude, I can imagine Dan Campbell coming in and being like, "What the?" And just actually eating your balls, just out of anger.
Would they smell?
That guy would bite your ear off. I would be furious.
As long as you're watching the game film, you understand what the defensive formation is going to be and how to get open and which route to run.
Clear your head before the game. Clear your head before the game.
See, here's the reason why we got to Hernandez. Dick in your pants. All right, now we're back to the game.
Put it down.
No, they play a 3-4 defense. All we got to do.
what you got to do is do the opposite, like Mike Tyson and like boxers do, where they don't for like months, and
Yeah.
you let that build up, and you're just like,
Yeah. And then the first
You explode on the field.
Yeah, and the first guy you tackle, you come every.
you got to throw them off their game, you know?
Guys like, why is it so hot? And you're like, because we're gonna win.
That's winning juice. Let's go.
I thought it was Gatorade. No.
Got electrolytes.
This is hilarious.
Plants
stuff.
crave.
Now, how did they get 70 yards on us last time? Look at this play. Hernandez.
Again.
You know, they always have that bet for the liquid, the Gatorade, the color it's going to be at the end of the Super Bowl. White's never.
It's never the color.
It's never the
got that
color.
one.
It's never. It would
Even
be,
though Hernandez did win a Super Bowl.
it really should have been that year. There is a chance that after reading everything about Hernandez too, you could have found a gallon of his semen at least at his house,
Or in the locker room.
or apparently now,
anywhere.
just everywhere. They could have just rang out a mop.
It was epic.
Dude, he was that guy. You know what I got to say though? Go getter. I mean, he's in a gang. He plays professional football. He's having gay sex. He's married and raising kids. I mean, really, and he did all of it pretty well.
Where do you find the time?
Forgot the
in
part
the
where
day?
he murdered people for
Jack off of all
spilling a
trades.
drink on him.
Oh yeah. He murdered people, and you must
Over
of
petty
course.
shit.
You have to remember too that the Florida Gators covered it up. A college team.
That's right.
Dude.
Dude, I love how he's just like he murdered someone in Gainesville, and the Gainesville police were like, "Wait, he's on the football team?"
Yeah.
I'm afraid that nothing happened.
Got 570 yards through 4 games. I'm not going to say shit about this.
Yeah, he was a killer.
Yeah.
And people don't really take that into account before he did it to himself. And he was in a gang.
That's a lot.
You
a lot
know,
to do.
It's a lot of time commitment.
Because there was other shootings that involved him too, right?
Yeah, he killed a couple people from a nightclub because they
That's what it was.
stepped on his foot or spilled a drink on him or something. Then he drove
Next to him.
Yeah,
and
took him
on the-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gainesville police again was like, yeah, we couldn't get the plate from the cameras.
But he didn't want anyone to know he was gay. That would be embarrassing.
They didn't want
was
him
the
to
line
come
of
for them.
Yeah.
Or come for them.
Hernandez. He's just over there gunning a guy down. Watch the game footage. Cutting the ear off somebody.
Your hand was on your prick.
Yeah. Fine, play with your balls. Please stop murdering people in the locker room.
They're just trying to appease him.
Yeah.
You don't need the whole.
Well, at least he's not murdering somebody. That's epic.
Oh, your brother's just not as good, all right? You're a real problem. Great game last week.
Yeah, it was really good.
You know what else is great?
What's that?
The Last Rodeo.
Oh, that movie about
It's
about
about
riding
Aaron Hernandez. No, it's about it's about the team behind King of Kings, Homestead, and Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom is a great movie. Well, I shouldn't say great movie, but it's informative. Comes The Last Rodeo. It's the action-packed story of a retired rodeo legend who straps back in for one last.
Aaron Hernandez.
Can't even do this.
So good for the first one.
Yeah, I know. Risking it all to save his grandson. He's the oldest rider to ever enter the arena. The movie's about healing broken bonds, facing the past, and proving that real courage is keeping secrets about what happens in the locker room. It's raw, it's heartfelt, and it might just leave you tearing up under that cowboy hat.
Angel.com/normal.
Anyway, kidding. It's got it all. It's got action. It's got romance. It's got action. Theaters are selling out fast, so hurry up and order your tickets now. For real, go to angel.com/normal to grab your seats for The Last Rodeo in theaters starting Friday, May 23rd. It's already out. Yeah. And that's, is it? Yeah, because today's the 27th. That's
right.
So now, yeah, look at that. It's in theaters. Go out, angel.com/normal. Get your tickets. You're going to enjoy it. They send us screeners, and it's an enjoyable little film.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know you directed.
Wait, you guys get screeners?
Yeah, you don't?
No.
Well, it's because you're a woman at the Blaze.
Yes.
All right.
Try to work harder.
It doesn't matter.
Someone said, "Be careful." I feel like it was the female producer in our headset.
Hernandez, put it down.
Hernandez. It's just so funny.
Other promo, our merch.
Oh, yes.
We have merch, Normal World merch on Blaze shop.
Shopblaze.com.
Go get it. I got the hat on right now.
I'm going to put the link in the description.
We got hats, shirts, hoodies,
beanies, mugs.
Anything you want to put on your body, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get Glenn Beck yarmulkes.
That's right.
I'm getting fired for that. All right. No, you can, though.
Oh. Yeah. He hand makes them.
He does.
It's very good. I didn't know he's a seamstress.
He
does everything.
Seamster.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Seamster. And where can we find you, my friend? I really want to thank you for coming on the show. I love your show. Where can we find you?
Thanks so much for having me. Whoarethese.com is our website, but if you're on YouTube, we have a YouTube channel. You can go over there and check out Who Are These Podcasts. It's a show that, thank God, there are broadcasters like Opie and Howard Stern and Stuttering John that suck at their profession. Try. That's what we cover on Who Are These Podcasts.
Dude, Chrissy had me on, and I don't know much about Opie.
Yeah.
But the whole thing of like he forces Anthony to tell his staff to go after him, I'm like, never once.
Nope.
Never brought it up one time.
Nope. The first time
3 years I did the show.
First time I met you was 7 years ago on Compound Media on the Anthony Cumia show. And I only got on his radar because Opie put out a podcast and we started making fun of it. Thank God he put out a podcast because it is atrocious.
Oh yeah, he watched it the next day. And at that time, I really liked. He passed away, unfortunately. Carl, who was
Carl Ruiz.
Yeah, dude, a Cuban chef who was great. I went and met him, and dude, so he had decent people on the show, and we were trying to actually extend an olive branch of like, let's go meet at your restaurant. And he cooked for us, it was great. And then, you hear him screaming and yelling about how Anthony makes people say that. It's like, Anthony doesn't make anybody say anything. And what do you think? Like, he's afraid to say it?
Yeah, right.
And I didn't know Anthony before we started talking about Opie.
Oh, no, I remember when he started playing your show because he's like, this is a spot-on analysis.
Yes, it worked out very well for us. But yeah, Who Are These Podcasts? Wherever you listen to podcasts, check that out. We do it twice a week. And we cover a lot of ridiculous podcasts that are out there. Dave was on not too long ago.
Yes.
We talked about a guy who wears diapers.
All the time.
24/7.
That's right.
Changes his own diapers. Is very proud of himself. Tries not to shit at work, but every now and again, has an accident.
Has to.
You can't.
And then he tries to talk coworkers into joining him.
Well, how else do you get people into a
Babies
hobby?
don't have jobs.
That's my whole point.
I watched a movie about that, and he was the boss. Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe
you know
wrong
what?
about that.
You're right.
Also, we'll be live in Boston on June 21st. I'm doing a live show with Dick Masterson. That will be June 21st at the City Winery, WATPlive.com for tickets. It's almost sold out.
Nice.
And then I want to tease, Dave, you and I are doing a show in Detroit.
Detroit.
September 12th.
Yes, we are.
Save the date.
Yes.
That will be a live show, live for these podcasts, live Dave doing some stand-up and hanging with us, and Drew Lane and the crew.
And it's going to be a great venue.
Yes.
Which I'm very excited about.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's going to be our 4th year.
Nice.
And very excited about it. Sold out all 3 so far.
Oh, dude, that's rad. Yeah, I'm very excited. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for doing it.
And then what should we do? Anybody else have anything to plug?
Well, we do have to plug going to blazetv.com/normalworld and using code NORMAL to get a Blaze
right.
TV subscription.
Yeah,
but I just did that,
So we're good.
we did it.
Look at it.
Normal.
You
You get $20 off.
get $20.
Why is that so hard for you to do? Just do
Yeah,
it.
what the fuck?
You want to save $20?
We do all this stuff for you. And you just like
We do so much.
just don't even.
I don't think they care.
They don't. You know, it's just, I can't tell unless
just
they go
sick
use
of
that promo code.
Sorry.
I know. I mean, it's really for you.
End of the world.
Bam!
Jim Morrison's stolen grave bust has been found after being missing for 37 years.
Thank God.
It's 10 years longer than he lived.
That's true.
Yes. What tribute was written on the bust, QB?
Overrated.
I would agree.
Yes.
Angela.
I light my girlfriends on fire.
This is true. Yeah.
Ah, that's true. He did. Yeah.
The only reason anyone knows who the fuck John Densmore is.
Wow.
I'm going to say, here lies Val Kilmer.
That gets me right here.
Both guys would be mad about that.
He said,
I like to pull my penis out on stage. I'm Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, that's it. I called myself the Lizard King. Really, I died too late.
way too long.
All right. So, thank you all for tuning in. Please check out whoarethespodcast.com.
right.
Who are these.com? Who are these podcasts?
Whoarethese.com. Yes. Sorry.
It's very confusing. It's not your fault.
No, it is.
Who are these podcom dot?
I just have to remember these things.
If you Google it, you will find it.
You will find it. You'll really enjoy it. It's a great show. Please check it out. Subscribe. And you're also on YouTube and everything.
Yes.
So subscribe to him on YouTube. And thanks again for coming. We hope to have you back.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. Thank you
Awesome,
guys.
dude. Thank you. All right, everybody. We will see you mañana.
See you.
Which is Spanish for tomorrow.